And what's going on? Happy Friday evening to all my peeps that's coming up in here. Look, we got a couple of numbers. I'm sitting here with my man EDigga. This is the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast. I am your man, the guru, and the man below me is Mr. Ernest Harris, EDigga.
That's right. That's right.
So we are going to get into a topic, of course, a topic that is blazing the internet. Everybody's talking about it. You see him in the background here. The passing of Kevin Samuels. That was it a big joke on AE? I mean, we just did a show
Right.
surrounding him on Sunday, and for him to pass on to glory a couple days later is tragic, right?
Tragic.
So the big story around the internet, and people are really having a very strong opinion about him. Now, you did a show. You did a breaking news.
Yes.
About it. What were your thoughts? What when you heard that Kevin Samuels had passed away? And this is for everybody who's watching across whatever platform you're on. If you pop your comment in, we should be able to see it depending on where you are watching it from. But what were your comments? What did you think when you first heard that Kevin Samuels had passed?
So I was doing my normal surfing the web, and a friend of mine had posted that Kevin Samuels had passed. Right off the break, I thought it was a joke.
What's up, Elevate?
Hey, what's up, Elevate Podcast? What's good? Great podcast, by the way, bro. Right off the break, I thought that it was a joke. Secondly, I checked my two sources, and yes, I said two sources, which is TMZ,
Yep,
and CNN.
Hey, Rhonda.
Because I think, anybody, and I'm a testament to this. I was so, like, when celebrities pass, I was like, oh my God, rest in peace, so and so, and then it's not confirmed. So just to make it official, I went to TMZ, and they did not confirm anything. I didn't see anything. And then I went to CNN. Again, they didn't confirm anything.
Right.
My thoughts, like I said, it was a joke, or it was a publicity stunt. And then they said that Black Twitter, not regular Twitter, but Black Twitter was
yeah.
Black
So
Twitter was going
why is there always
off.
two Twitters? Why is there always two of everything?
Right. It's always two
Black
two
Facebook.
of it. Yeah, Black Facebook, Black Instagram. Black Twitter was going off. And so then it was circulating that, is it true? It's a rumor. And it's crazy because fortunately I was home at the time, because many of you know or don't know, I work a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was home at the time, and I said, oh, breaking news, let me run upstairs. And it allowed me to do a breaking news on Facebook and YouTube. But I didn't say it has been confirmed. All I said was, breaking news.
Yeah.
There are speculations that Kevin Samuels had passed. Now a lot of people now are celebrating that he died.
Right.
I for one, and I said this,
which brings us here today. Go ahead.
Right. I for one, I don't wish death on anyone. Anyone. I don't care how terrible you are or were as a person, how horrible you were as a person. I don't wish death on anybody. Because of course people have died in my family. Loved ones have died in my family. Best friends have died, that I've seen.
Right.
So people celebrating his death is kind of weird, despite the type of person he was, or if that was him, was he, that was his job, or he was speaking the truth. You see what I'm saying? But celebrating death is so weird to me. So anybody that's out there doing it, they like, you're a weirdo.
I'm mixed with it, right? I was a little different when I first heard about the passing. I'm reading it, And I'm going, yeah, no, okay. And so I'm like you.
Right.
My
Right.
first source I always go to is TMZ,
Right.
and because I said on a post or a comment somewhere, I said if TMZ didn't report it, it ain't true. That's
Right.
kind of my thing.
Right.
Uh, CJ said it ain't even weird. It's just
Weird.
plain
It's just plain
disrespectful.
to yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
I agree.
that depends on who you ask, CJ. I mean, I'm with you. You know, this my feeling is uh, I don't celebrate. I'm not celebrating his death either, because you know, like you said, death uh, in the grand scheme is just it's just not a good thing. It's not something that you kind of want to wish that upon your worst enemy. Now,
Right. Right.
on the flip side of that token, Kevin Samuels was one of those dudes that, regardless of whatever truth he spoke and uttered, um, he destroyed a lot of people. Yeah,
Right.
and I can imagine the people that he destroyed or people that felt the opposite of him strongly
Right.
are sitting there going, I ain't got, I can't find the fuck to give here. And it's like you really don't have to, like CJ said, you don't have to really have a fuck to give. Just be respect. I mean, this man's still dead at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So Rhonda in the comment section said, despite his point of view, despite his comments, those are his views and comments. How are you celebrating his death? He has a family who's mourning the loss. Who does
Right.
that?
Right.
That is that's paramount right there. Because
Right.
why are we celebrating his death? I mean,
Right.
there's no reason to celebrate this man's death. You hated him, okay? If and I wasn't a fan, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't
Right.
gonna sit here, and hang up the pinata because
Right.
it's me. I'm not gonna do that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Nova Pearl in the comment section said, "I don't feel bad because I'm tired of black men like him."
Right.
It's not a celebration of death; it's a celebration of irony. I heard somebody else say that. No, but that it's karma.
Right.
I always walk around, where you guys don't know I sell cars for a living, and there's a certain thing that we do, and we don't like messing with karma, and I always call karma a fat bitch with two teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'm like, I don't
Damn.
want to mess with her. You know what I'm saying? So I don't do with karma.
Damn.
Um,
Damn. Damn. Okay.
yeah, and so there are a lot of people that are saying he met karma, and this
Mm.
is what happened.
Right.
You can feel about that how you want. I don't really see it as it karma, but well, maybe I do. Maybe I do. Hey, Miss
Right.
Sonia, to you. What's going on? Thank you for your
So
comment. I really appreciate
shout out to Nova Pearl, first of all. Thank you for popping in.
it. Hey, yeah.
Uh,
Happy for you.
but I look at it like this, despite, how you felt about him, I just think that there was two sides of Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
The side that we saw of him being blunt,
Yeah.
very disrespectful.
Very.
And then we saw, or what we did not see was, the inside of Kevin Samuels. And when I say the inside is his personal life. He could have been this, wonderful person, who had a family, Uncle Kevin or Godfather Kevin, or
Yeah.
I don't know if he had kids. So I'm looking at that. Is
Yeah.
like, and I think somebody said it in the comments. They said, he could have had, his family is
Yeah.
mourning,
Somebody's morning.
yeah,
Everybody.
Kevin Samuels. Now I'm like you, Terry. I didn't like him, based off his comments or what have you.
Yeah.
But I wasn't a person that followed him, because
Right.
if I don't like you, I don't like you, and I'm not gonna follow you. So his opinions, and then I'm looking at that as far as drama sells, sex
It
sells.
does. Right. In his
So
case, yeah.
right, so I'm looking at the sheer fact that, okay, one day he had a plan. I'm gonna ruffle some feathers. And that was his plan. That was his plan to create drama, ruffle some feathers so people don't like him.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it two sides. The
Right.
the the Kevin Samuels that people hated, and then I'm looking at it as people not seeing the inside, because I tell a lot of people I very
Okay.
seldomly look at celebrities or follow celebrities, because one, they're not paying me jack
Right.
to care about their personal life. That's one. Second of all, I don't live with these people. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? I don't live with these people. I don't know these people. There's a chance in hell that I will meet some of these people.
Right.
So one is kind of sad that he is not here.
Right.
Two, death is going to happen.
Yeah.
That's how
It
I'm
is.
looking at it.
It is.
It's
That's the
just a shock that we talked about him last week,
just last week. Yeah,
and
it's
then
crazy.
this week, breaking news:
He
Kevin
gone.
Samuels is
Yeah,
dead. That's how I'm looking at it. I feel bad for his family.
I do.
You know, anybody who go through death, I automatically think about children, family,
Right.
nieces, nephews, grandson, grandparent. I think about family,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's where I'm at with this.
Yeah. People are. I think in the celebration of his passing, I think people are looking at it one sided, and they
Right,
don't see the family side of it. They don't
right,
believe this man had a mother and a father and some brothers and sisters. People don't know that about him because
right.
social media influencers only show you one side, so that's all
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
oh
right?
yeah,
So I can understand that.
right.
Nova Pearl said black women are at a breaking point. Period. She said she put that on. She put that on Wise. He said for him to say single women over 35 are leftovers, based on his definition of that was a leftover. He was a leftover. He also said black women would die alone, and that's why that's just what happened to him.
Right.
You can't even what was that? Okay, can't even leave. I can't. It went away.
Oh,
It
okay.
scrolled. You good?
It said leftover.
Yeah.
He also said black women will die alone, and that's that's just what happened to him. He can't leave a sitch stain on earth and not expect people to talk about the smell. Yeah,
I get that. What's up,
right.
Ben? Good evening to you, sir. Miss Sonia said he was not my favorite person, but he was bluntly honest, though. Miss Sonia, I want to ask you this: if he had been that bluntly honest to you, would he still be your favorite person? All right. And
No.
she respected that. Elevate. My people over there at Elevate Podcast, shout out to them and BS3 Network. He was an image consultant. He has to be real and give people the truth. If people felt he was so rude and nasty, why the hell did they keep calling him
Right.
to break down that? That is the question. I never could understand the reason. I mean, he had 1.2
Hmm.
million
Hmm.
subscribers and followers.
It all goes back to drama.
No, I don't think. Well, maybe. But what about the men that follow what he was talking about?
Well, I think men was trying to get an idea of how, and I think Nova Pearl has said something, or somebody has said something earlier about men trying to find a voice, and he was that voice for men.
Them,
Them,
yeah,
yeah,
for them,
not all men, because I have my own voice.
right,
Some men, I need to
right,
say
yeah,
that, was trying
right,
to find a voice and how to relay certain things, that what he was saying, how to say it to a woman.
yeah,
Um, and so I'm just taking a stab at it, that he he was saying these things for men to relay back to women
right,
who, men at the time, they couldn't say what they wanted to say. So he was kind of like a what's the word? Interceder, if you
intercessor.
will,
Yeah, he was an intercessor.
to make it to make it easier for men to relay a message back to women who was having trouble relaying that message. If I said that right.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: as men, though, and that's the problem with men is that because hey, Evelyn,
Hey,
because we
Evelyn.
don't know how to articulate our thoughts. That's the problem.
Right.
And then we allow men like Kevin
Hmm.
and misogynists like that, and God rest his soul, that
Right.
um, but they listen to men like Kevin because they don't have a voice of their own, just like you just said.
Right.
But that is the problem. And because of that, our queens are suffering
Right.
because we don't know how to articulate our words. It's crazy.
Right.
If you don't know who you are as a man, you need to take a minute and you need to kind of reevaluate that. Because what you can't do is allow another man to instill these things because men are sponges.
Yeah.
Men are sponges, and we can we only got to hear it one time,
Yeah.
and boom, off to the races. And then
Right.
you got people on podcasts saying that if a woman has an Instagram account, she's cheating. What?
Mhm.
What? How do you even come up with that? It's kind of
Right.
crazy.
Right.
And see, Noah Person, amen. Evelyn said some of that is our fault too, but I digress. Elevate podcast. I enjoyed him myself. He started out with us first. Some black women just don't want to hear the truth, and I agree with that. I'm not saying that he didn't have any points. I'm not saying that
Right.
because there's a lot of times I watched some clips. Hey, Ronick, I watched some clips, and I was like, okay, yeah, he's hitting, but his delivery was so stank. It was like I can't. How can anyone receive anything?
Right.
You know,
Right.
if
And Derek Jackson, that's the person that I was trying to last week. I was trying to say him,
CJ,
yeah, Derek Jackson and
yeah,
Kevin Samuels was kind of like in the same boat. So I appreciate the person who said his name because I was having a hard time trying to
Derrick
remember
Jackson was a piece.
CJ
He's still a
Ward.
piece of work. I don't
Who's
see him
that?
like that's one dude I don't like. Derrick Jackson for
Yeah,
real.
Derek Jackson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
He's funny.
Miss Sonya said, "Thank you for coming through, Ron. Nigga, I really appreciate you." She said she was in somebody else's live looking for us. Hey, yeah, he could have said a lot of things that he could have said it in a better manner,
Right.
but it was what it was. So Nova Porter said, so rather than men admitting their shortcomings are the problem, they affect black women. Again, that's just the problem, and that's the root, though. You know what I'm saying? Problems like that, they have so many different branches and so
Mhm.
many different layers to it
Right.
that we get lost in the sauce. But the
Right.
point of it all is we ain't learn how to handle our business and say our
Right.
stuff, and that's the reason
Right.
why the struggle is so real. And then they deflect, like
Right.
Nova said, because we can't handle our business, we go deflect. It's crazy. Wanda S said, "We all as women, black men and women, have a voice. The challenge becomes how do we articulate our voices? More importantly, do we know what we want before we speak it?" Rhonda,
Mhm.
that's exactly what I'm saying. We have to find out who we are individually, right? We're not going to get us from somebody else.
Right.
Makes sense?
Right.
I'm not going to find out what Terry going to do listening to somebody else. I'm going to have to
I
get it from myself. That's the
I
problem.
just don't me personally, I just don't, understand you know, these overnight people. Like I did not know anything. I found out about Derek Jackson and
Yeah,
Kevin Samuels
yeah,
just by surfing the web and what they was talking about. It's like, what the hell is they talking about?
yeah.
I just don't like and I'm throwing what's his name? I said his name last week too. Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
I'm
Yeah,
throwing him in the boat as well. You
yeah.
know, you can't tell me nothing about dating, relationships, none of that. If you're not doing right yourself. That's where I'm
Right.
at.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why I don't like him or didn't like him
Big up.
or didn't listen to him because of
Yeah.
that. Like, who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Oh,
You know.
I agree with you. Let's see. Nova say he left a legacy of division,
Yeah.
and I believe that. Evelyn, my queen Evelyn, I love her. She's got an opinion. I'm going to read this comment because I know it's going to be juicy. And Evelyn said, "Nah, the root is single mothers desensitizing our sons, thinking we're making them strong for when they become men, when we forget they're still kids. Sons are not replacement. Husbands and daughters are not competitions." But again, I digress. Like you talking about you talking about that toxic masculinity now. I see where you're going with that,
Right.
and that's true. It happens, but it starts with us.
Right.
It's us with us. Kev just put it out there, and it was up to us to take what was helpful and throw the rest of it out. Not that easy. I feel you, but that's not that easy. So pick and choose, cherry pick what he said, and then throw the rest of it away after you
Right.
destroy me. That's
Mhm.
no, I can't do that. The rest of it out of it did concern us. That's just how I interpret it, and a lot of people interpret it that way, and that's the reason why these men have taken off and just saying, "Okay, well, Kev said this. I believe what he said here. I'm gonna go here."
Right.
That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Right.
But I think now going back to Kevin and the circumstances surrounding his passing, there are stories allegedly that he did not die alone, that he was actually with a woman.
Mm.
He met her last night, according to what I read. I forgot her name. She
Mhm.
got one of those long Mexican names. No,
Mhm.
I said that. I shouldn't have said that. Lord
You
Jesus.
said
But
Mexican names.
but he met her last
Right.
night.
Mhm.
She went back to his place.
Mhm.
You know, they did the whatever, right?
Mhm.
And then he woke up the next morning complaining of chest pains.
Mm.
Then she ended up calling 911
Mhm.
saying, "Hey, you know, I got this man here." I mean, so all of that is just alleged. That's nothing
Right.
confirming the my views, Ernest's views. Now that I think about it, let me get this in here. My views and Ernest's views are not those of BS3 network. These are just
Right.
Terry and EDigga. Okay. Um, So yeah, so he was. They called 911. None of that is confirmed, right? But if that's true, there's some truth to it. That's really kind of funky, right?
Mhm.
Let's get to the bigger issue. The bigger issue, one of the big issues was that his own mother found out about his passing on the internet.
Mm.
His own mama. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You reading TMZ, or you reading one of those
And your
blogs,
son died.
and your son, my
Just
son
passed
did?
away.
My
Yeah.
son did? What?
So Nova Pearl, if I can read this,
Yeah.
he didn't live by his own advice.
Agreed.
He was divorced 2 times.
Yep.
He died with a stranger.
Yep.
He didn't die with anyone he knew.
Mhm.
He died single. The way leftovers are going to die, according to him. Wow.
It
Wow.
is it is what it is.
Right.
And that is my sentiment.
Right.
Miss Sonia said, she said, if I had took what he said literally, then I would have been big mad all the time.
Mhm.
What's up, JP? He said, Mama was a leftover. Don't be mean. Miss Sonia said, I would laugh at a lot of the things that he said.
Right.
And Rhonda said, taking in what Kevin said is easy. If you can stand in your truth. His delivery was awful, God awful, God Almighty. Period. But we have to stand in our own truth and admit that we're not perfect. We all need help in some way.
Right. Right.
Uh, yeah, we all need to stand in our own truth.
Right.
Um, but it's kind of like a woman giving birth. When a man comes into his own, you know, the birthing of this man isn't easy in the first place.
Mhm.
But what we can't do is come out the womb and getting cut up as we come out the womb. That's what Kevin was. Kevin was that guy who would cut people just cause.
Mhm.
I think that was, like I said before. I think there was some truth to what he was saying. I think he did touch the nerve of a lot of people.
Right.
But I think somebody said in the comments, his delivery was god awful. It was god awful. Um, but rest in peace to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Um, Praying for his family, all
Right.
of that. I hope that the world can get past it, you know. Um, but don't let the passing of Kevin Samuels distract you from what's going on in the world. We're gonna get to our next story here in a second. Elevate
Yeah.
podcast, yo. A lot of women are missing the point. A lot of women are missing the point, and those are the ones that are celebrating his death, the ones that missed the point. My personal opinion. But we'll get into our next topic. Hold on 1 second. So we're gonna get into our next topic. We're gonna talk about Roe v. Wade. So there's a lot of women in here, right? So um, if you guys have been watching the news, there are rumblings that the Supreme Court is writing up a draft or something another to overturn Roe v. Wade. Now, I am sure that there are there are a lot of women upset about this. You know, and those of you who are watching that don't know, it did make it the world think. I mean, so earlier, why when I make a comment, the video shuts down. I have no idea, huh? Yeah, the delivery got him in detention. Okay, so let's get to the Roe v. Wade, right? Uh, they're getting ready to overturn. They're drafting up some stuff right now. Those of you who are watching it don't know what the basis of Roe v. Wade. Okay, Roe v. Wade was a landmark decision of the U.S. Supreme Court in which the court ruled that the Constitution of the United States protects a pregnant woman liberty to choose to have an abortion without excessive government interference.
Mm.
Now, they are trying to overturn it. The Republicans are gung ho about overturning Roe v. Wade. So all of my ladies in the comments, I know Rhonda says she's Miss Sonia says it's bullshit. Rhonda S says hot garbage. I got you, Rhonda. Um, what does this mean? What does this mean? I know you. I know you're not in depth with it, E, and neither am I. But that's why I'm asking. I want to ask the people in the comment section that are watching this.
Well, I do want to say something
Go ahead. Yeah.
before the ladies start to comment. Well, even if you do comment, I just want to say this: like, who is anyone to tell a woman what to do with their own body?
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
you got to think of it like that. And and ever since they announced it, and even I was watching it, but I wasn't watching it. But how can anyone tell a woman what to do with their own body
Right.
if they feel as though, and you made a valid point, Terry, before we went live. You said, if a woman get raped,
Hey, honey.
if these old white men
Don't sit
don't
down.
sit
Sit
their
their
asses
asses down.
right, always into something. What's up, Melissa?
Always.
Everything but a hearse. The person used to tell me that when I was little. Never understood that. But anywho, um, a woman get raped, God forbid, and just and gets pregnant because of that, and she don't want to keep the baby. You see
Right.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Who are we, or who are they to tell that woman you have to keep it, or make any type of decision for a woman to make any decision for her body? That's what I cannot understand for the life of me.
And it's not that it's not. It's heartbreaking. It
It
really
is.
is. It's heartbreaking. Hey, Pastor Michelle. So she said statistically 2% of rape victims are impregnated. I mean, uh, that number is too high. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
just don't understand it. And Evelyn said, hey, Evelyn, I see your comment down there. Evelyn said she's on the fence about it. You don't have to come to the Evelyn Brown. Please report to the front because I want you to explain that. How are you on the fence about it? But I think about the little girls who are molested
Mm.
by family members or
Right. Right.
or uh, raped or even grown women who
Right.
are and they get impregnated and they have to carry the seed. So they're saying they have to carry the seed of the man that raped them. I mean, there are other circumstances. No, we're not just talking about rape though. You know, you think about a mother who gets pregnant and she goes and has an ultrasound, and this baby does not have any kind of that does not have the life organs that he would need to survive outside of the womb.
Right.
What happens to that mother? Think about the father who has to watch his wife give labor. I mean, give birth to a baby they know, isn't going to make it. The doctors done told them. I mean, so there's so many different circumstances.
I I not to cut you off, Terry. I just had a thought, and I just read what somebody just said it. I think it was Rhonda. Okay, so the Republicans, I, I'm gonna just take. I'm not going to take. I'm not going to say a name, but I'm just going to say one man, granddaughter, because they old as hell. Granddaughter, God
Yeah,
forbid, gets
Pastor Michelle, I
raped.
see you.
Granddaughter gets raped. Because of that rape, she got pregnant.
Mhm.
She got to keep that baby. How would you feel?
Mm. Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? That's why I put yourself in this predicament. Put yourself in the picture.
right.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
when y'all making up these laws, and I'm talking to Republic, I know no Republicans are watching this, but I'm just saying, put yourself in your own shoes. Put your family in this predicament. Put your daughters, put your granddaughters, put your nieces into this situation.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be, it wouldn't be a laughable situation then, right?
Right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm almost certain that when they're thinking about this, because Roe versus Wade been around for years.
Yeah.
We learned about this in school.
School. Yeah.
You know, we didn't learn it in depth, but we knew, the gist of it.
Right.
Why now? Why all of a sudden now you want to
Yeah. And
revisit
they're
it
gung
and
and they're gung ho
overturn
about
it?
it. Yeah. And they're gung ho
Right.
about it, man. They're trying to,
So that's what I'm saying. It's like it been around for years. Why all of a sudden now? You see what I'm saying? Like, what's the old saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
yeah.
You know?
I mean, but real quick, let's go to Pastor Michelle's comment a little while ago, and she said that it's not the fact of abortion; is that some women are using abortion as birth control. That's the issue,
Right.
and I, t- I gotta, I totally agree with that, because there are a lot of women that do, use abortion as birth control because they don't want to raise a baby or whatever. But how do you decipher?
Right.
You know, how do you decipher? Do you set and do they try to set criteria for it?
Mm-hmm.
How do you decipher?
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to generally do it. I mean, so no
Mm-hmm.
matter what the circumstance is, you know, there could be some criminal stuff behind it if you do it. Evelyn said, 'cause I know Pastor Michelle, because I can't read that comment once in this chat overlay. I can't read it once it gets past a certain point.
Okay.
I can't read it. And Evelyn said, because total hysterectomies cost more than abortions and leads to less pharma money. Okay, so it's capitalism again. So we go back to
Right.
capitalism.
Right.
Okay, got it. Michelle said slavery was around for a long time. It wasn't broke. Got a point there. It says Ronnie says it's a small percentage of women that uses abortions at birth control, like Pastor Michelle said. Ronnie said, "Talk your talk." Listen, uh, it goes back to capitalism, and and there are, like I said, there are a lot of women that do it for abortion. But like I
Mm-hmm.
said, here's a question: how do you decipher though?
Mm-hmm.
So do we kill Roe v. Wade for the uh, for a few for the sake of many? I mean,
Right.
how do we do that? I mean, how do we decipher? Rhonda said that's a true statement, but damn, there are too many forms of birth control out here to use abortion as an option. And it's that's true.
It
I
is
mean,
true.
there's the plan B. There is, other way. There's abstinence. There's a condom. You use one of those. You guys have what they call them, the thing that women use, the sponges or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There's something that you can do.
Is it
Abortion.
diaphragm, right?
Yeah,
Diaphragm,
I guess it
diaphragm.
is a
Yeah.
diaphragm. Facebook user said it's a contradiction to say a woman has the right to do what they want with their body and then make rules to decide how many abortions a woman can have. It's a contradiction to say a woman has the right to do what they want with their body and then make rules to decide how many abortions a woman can have. That's tough. I don't know about that contradiction. That's crazy. That's expensive birth control. It is. Michelle said, I deal with the spiritual implications of women that have had abortions. It's not pretty, even if they wanted it. I can, you know, I don't know the process of an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought that it would be it's a shot. I'm not sure. So maybe somebody can help me in the chat here. What is the process of an abortion? I always thought it was a shot and they just kill the baby inside the body. I don't know.
Right. Right.
Um and it's like, I don't know. What's the process of that? Ronnie said the abortion rate. Can you pull up a comment? The
Yeah.
abortion rate, Ronnie.
Give me 1 second. Okay.
Okay, the abortion rate, the number of abortions per 1,000 women aged 15 to 44 fell by 20%. from 16.9 to 2011 to 13.5 in 2017. The abortion ratio, the number of abortions per 100 pregnancies ending in either abortion or live birth, fell 13% from 21.2 in 2011. It, so Pastor Michelle says she knows the process. Rhonda says, there's so many other different ways. You got condom, sponge, diaphragm, pill shots, no plant. You got the ring. Facebook user says it's a tough process. My honey says there are multiple ways depending on how far along. Okay, that's another point I want to bring up. What's too far?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they're trying to talk about that is because some people believe that life begins at conception.
Right.
And I guess it depends on where you are with it. I mean, if you pro-life for real, and if you believe that life starts at conception, then no term. I mean, any term after that is going to be wrong, right? Let's see. Evelyn, nope. It's a vacuum that sucks the baby out and goes into a grinder to break that.
Mm. Yeah, and I was just looking at that comment. Like, it's a vacuum.
Yeah.
I'm like you, Terry. I never. I think I wouldn't want to experience that. I have not experienced that abortion. How the
we're not
procedure
going to.
being being with a woman who carried my child and wanted to abort the baby.
Yeah.
Never had to go through that. I don't
It's rough.
recall. But just thinking about that process is like, wow. But I still go back to my comment, who am I to say what you can do or not do to your body?
There's a bunch of man, women, men are stupid. So he's just stupid. They're just sitting up there and he's making these laws thinking it's going to help them. It's gonna kill you. Miss Sonia answered my question. It just said too far is past 6 weeks. So if you're 6 weeks along and more, it's too far to have an abortion. But they said the abortion rate is getting smaller. Again, this is about white people not want to be a minority. Understood? Miss Sonia said, "Yep, it's a vacuum." Pastor Michelle said, "Later term, they crushed the baby's head and then deliver the rest of the child." Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Rhonda S. said, correct. And the nurses gives you some medication before the abortion process to help open your cervix. See, if men knew, men should be in this and reading these comments because they wouldn't understand. Michelle said, Pastor Michelle said, some was I'm not worried about salinated, which burns them, and they do the dilation and cure.
Right.
And
it's a grueling process that a woman has to deal with.
I can see why it's meant to. That's smart. Who doesn't have PTSD behind? That's crazy.
Right.
It's a grueling process that a woman has to deal with mentally as well as physically. Evelyn said they make it like they haven't heard of turpentine, a penny. Many people have done worse than go into the vacuum. Never mind the co-hanger.
Now I heard about the I heard about that. That was like back in the day term, like a back alley type of practice. When you didn't have the monies to do a proper abortion, you would you go to and matter of fact, that was in the movie. Oh my gosh, the movie that oh my god, it's on the tip of my tongue. I think Tyler Perry did it over of group of women. The young girl had got pregnant. She couldn't afford a proper abortion, so she went to this lady, and that's what she did. She used I don't think she used the hanger, but it was some more instruments. And I forgot the name of that movie. If y'all for colored women, yeah, for colored girls. Thank you. Thank you. The younger girl had got pregnant and she needed an abortion, and it it was wow, it was crazy.
Tragic.
Tragic, yeah.
God Almighty, man. I don't even. I can't.
Oh man, Dirty Dancing, and funny because I never saw that movie.
I've never seen Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, never seen Dirty Dancing.
But Pastor Michelle she was giving us the process of a very late term. Can you pull up her comment
Sure.
about giving Pitocin? Can you find it?
Is it this one? Very
Yes, very
late
late
term.
term. Yeah,
They gave you Pitocin,
Pitocin.
and
And
you
you
have
have
to
to
go
go through the
through
birthing
the
process.
birthing process and deliver the
What?
child vaginally. Yeah. Yeah, I've
What?
heard of that
They
too.
make you go through after they get baby. No. Let me tell you something. That's why women are most definitely the stronger being, because that the thought of that Pitocin, Pitocin, a Pitocin, Pastor Michelle, Pitocin. Evelyn said, "Pay closer attention when baby goes to get her daddy and his doctor kit out of bed. She had a botched alleyway abortion." Jesus Christ! And you know, like my hand said a little while ago, if they pass Roe v. Wade, you best believe Pitocin.
Okay. Sorry,
Pitocin.
we
What did
just
I say?
butchered.
I said
Yeah,
Pitocin, didn't I? All right.
Pitocin. Yeah,
I saw it.
Pitocin.
Yeah.
Pitocin. Okay. Yeah, we butchered that medication all up.
Yeah, we butchered that. That's bad. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend nobody. But, you know, all of these, this is what I have for all of these legislators and Republicans at the White House and wherever the Supreme Court, they're trying to cancel out Roe v. Wade. This is what I have for all of y'all. I need for all of y'all to do this for me.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if you don't shut your ass up, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Sit your ass down
Have
before.
several seats.
Oh, don't be like that. If I had a rock, I'll bust your head, bitch. Say me, she deaf, you know.
Listen
to the white meat.
to the white meat show. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. But I am praying that they don't overturn. Before I end this segment, Idaho, the state that my wife and I just moved from last year, they just passed a law to where if a young woman has an abortion, the father, no matter who it is, can actually sue the family for child support.
Wow.
This is what I have. Make better choices than who you fucking.
Sorry, Mr. and Mrs.
Miss Ben, Mr. Ben, Miss Irene.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Saying sorry now.
Go ahead and say that, Ben. If you listening, bro, we sorry.
We apologize. Don't pull the plug.
Oh my God. But yeah, the state of Idaho, the state that we just moved from, has passed a law. Has passed a law that if a young girl gets pregnant, she can not only can and she has an abortion, the father, whoever he is, can sue the family for child support up to $10K. $10K. Really? Like, who is sitting up in here and thinking of these darn $10,000?
That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money.
I raped your daughter. She had an abortion, and I can sue you for 10 grand. I committed the crime, but I get paid on it. Evelyn, I know. Laugh all you want. That's where it starts. Let me tell you something.
No, and Evelyn, I believe you. I'm laughing at how you said it. But
exactly.
I'm with
you.
you.
I don't know. Evelyn, I used to wear a shirt that said, "Only you can prevent baby daddies." And I used to rock that shirt, and everywhere I went, people would be like, "Where you get that shirt from? I want that." What kind of government is that, Rhonda? I have no idea, man. But I can tell you that Idaho is a Republican state. They are absolutely red, and you know, I'm glad we moved out. You know, of that state. It's kind of crazy. And Missouri, their senator here, he ain't better. You know, my honey said all the brothers and sisters a person has. If I have 5 siblings, they can sue. They can sue everybody Everybody.
Mm.
I'm gonna make you a shirt that says that. Do that. I love to have. I had that shirt for years and years. Only you. It had a little man on the point, and he's like, only you can prevent baby daddies. Evelyn said, just saying, if you effing a man that got four baby mamas, you know he a sharpshooter, and he can see you. Now you want a trip to a county, Evelyn. But I mean, it's true though.
Right.
It's true. You know,
Right.
if you shenanigans, that's exactly.
Right.
Yeah, be careful who you messing with. You know, if the dude got 10 kids, don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and switch gears before we get out of here. One more time. Hold on. So we're gonna put a little bright spot in here before we go. Okay. Now you guys know that the present White House press secretary has decided to step around, and she is stepping away. Ms. Jen Psaki is getting ready to walk away from the White House podium. Absolutely. Give us. Let me read that comment from Nick, because she was in a book. We can't replace when we are being targeted. Sorry, that's on us. Black people won't be allowed to allow the U.S. to replace themselves. Only one statistic will post from now in the U.S. And CDC reported that Black women experience maternity mortality at a rate 2 to 3 times higher than that of white women. The estimated national maternity mortality rate in the United States is about 17 per 100,000 live births, but it is about 43% of 100,000 live births for Black women.
Wow.
Yeah, that it's crazy to me. But yeah, like I was saying, we have a new White House press secretary, Miss Jen Psaki, has decided to step down. Our newest, you always I know this, I do. And her name is Karine Jean-Pierre. She is the new press secretary. I forgot. I can't believe I didn't do her picture. It's crazy. I thought I had a picture. It's not. Okay, let me pull it up real quick. Hold on. But she is the new White House press secretary. She is black, y'all. Her black is black all day. Her black is black. And she's kind of dope, right? She is a member of the LGBTQI plus community.
All them other letters.
And she has decided that she wanted to take over. I got a picture of her somewhere. I know I downloaded it, but now I can't find it. The White House.
Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
I don't think I uploaded it. I meant to.
Hold up.
Oh, I can't find it. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, I'll find it.
Oh, there it is.
You got it?
Yeah. I thought for sure I uploaded it. Now let me show you a picture of it real quick. Evan said, "Oh Lord, where'd it go? Oh my God, it didn't stay."
Okay, I got it. I got
it. Okay.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead and put that up there. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, Karine Jean-Pierre will take over. Jen Psaki is stepping down as of, I think, May 13th was the date that I heard. Why does sexual orientation matter so much? It doesn't matter. But it's just like, we're talking about the Republicans and how they're trying to shut stuff down and change laws and overturn stuff. You have a African-American woman who is the White House press secretary. Okay, there she is. White woman press secretary. Not only they don't like us anyway, then she's LGBTQ.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like, man. They finna piss all over themselves behind this one. They don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. They don't like that. Like, not only do I'm independent, not rep or them, and that's good. I mean, because everybody can't be Republican. There's too many of them. Because they're different. Even in the Republican ranks, you got differences between Republicans and Trumpsters. Two different things. They're the same party, but They believe differently.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, and Aunt Lori done started a trend. No comment. Not going to start a debate about what, Ronnie? What kind of what? Ronnie, I swear, I love you. You do everything, child. I swear. But
Somebody said, "Oh Lord."
Trumplicans. That's it. Thank you, JP. Trumplicans. There's a difference between
Trumplicans.
Trumplicans and Republicans. Trumplicans are those dudes that are those people that are just off of their rocker, right? They still go to his rallies.
Mm-hmm. Faithfully.
They still go to his rallies, and these people still believe JFK alive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they talking about these fools actually went to Daily Plaza,
Mm-hmm.
and they actually waited for JFK to reincarnate on Daily Plaza, and he's really, you think he gonna come back to where he got shot?
Mm.
Come on, man. Come on.
Sad.
Let me tell you something. John Fitzgerald Kennedy is dead. Been dead long time, right? and they just really believe that Joe Biden ain't Joe Biden.
Mm.
You know, he's somebody else. What do they think? I just don't understand. So being a
Delusional.
Republican or being a Democrat, it doesn't make or break, you know, because everybody, even the independents have good points. Republicans have no points, and Dems have a few points. But you know, it's just, you know, going through all that. Oh, okay. But yeah, it's just with this girl, with this woman, this queen, that's up here. I don't think they've ever had a white, a black white press secretary. Have they?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think there has ever been. So I think it's a time to celebrate. It's just like with Ms. Brown Jackson being Supreme Court justice. I mean, it's a time to celebrate. Black girl magic is it's a real thing. I mean, and it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Evelyn Brown said that's exactly why Trump scared ass couldn't come back to Chicago, monkey in a barrel looking. I ain't fooling with you. I am not. No, Evelyn. No, we're not doing this today. Ronnie, so remember, I have pulled millions into the community and work constantly with our government. So this is my world, statistics, etc. Sorry, I can't help you. Forgive me. No, Ronnie, I've known you for years. I know exactly how you operate. It's cool. Don't worry about it. Evelyn says because he can't make shit. He can't make no sense, man. None. And it's just
somebody said Tupac is back.
well,
Tupac never left.
yeah, he's still around too. He's not in Cuba somewhere living his life. But listen though, y'all, I want to thank. No, this is history in real time being made. Once again, exactly. You're seeing history being made in 4K. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool to see that. So and it's not that she's black and not that because she's LGBTQ, but it's the fact it's a it's an African American a woman in the White House. They got the answer to this lady. They have to ask her questions. She got to Now, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna miss Jen Psaki because Jen Psaki was trapping them dudes.
Yeah.
She didn't care. She couldn't in her jar of fucks. She had none. All right, so her jar was empty. Jay Police said chilling with Biggie. Yeah, Pharrell's a vampire. It's a theme, but why? I don't know. You guys have been great. Listen, me and E is gonna head on out of here. We want to thank everybody that came through. Check this out, commented, reacted. If you shared the video, I hope you did.
Yes.
Thank you for that. This will be available for audio podcast listening pleasure here in the next couple of days or so. So make sure you check us out. Also, check us out on Roku. If you are, that's not what I wanted. But if you have a Roku device, you, sir or ma'am, can go to BS3 BS3TVLive.com to be able to check us out on your TV. So if you have Roku on your TV, you can go to that website and check us out live. Thank you, Miss Sonia. We appreciate you. There's two more of us, but they had prior engagements. They couldn't come through. So shout out to KP and Quinn.
I got it.
Working. And,
I got the whole tape.
Huh?
It's right there.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, follow us on BS3 TV on Facebook, YouTube. Download the BS3 TV app or on your Roku device. Really appreciate y'all. We do this show every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. 2:30 Sundays, Central Standard Time. The only reason why we are live tonight is because we're not having a show on Sunday, because Sunday is Mother's Day. If you are a mother and you're watching this, happy Mother's Day to you.
Yes. Shout out to all the mothers out there.
Yeah, me and E was talking before we went live about, my mother's been gone 15 years and it's still hard like she left yesterday. But it gets better. I got a great wife. I got a great family, and they get me through it every single year. Mother's Day and her birthday, they get me through it. So I appreciate them. But you guys, we're going to slide on out of here. We will see you guys on Sunday, 2:30. Not this coming Sunday, next Sunday, 2:30 Central Standard Time. You guys have a great one. We'll see you next week.